Greetings everyone and welcome to Ark patch 259. Nah, just patch .259. I honestly never understood their patching system, but hey, we're one step closer to release and I have some cool stuff to show you guys. So I actually went ahead and made a huge long list of things to show you guys, and we are going to start off with the only new item, the Tapejara saddle. If you haven't noticed, I am not on Stegoland or on Vanilla. I am on the Pen and Cook PvP server, and I had to re-enable the Tapejara for this. I actually spent like a half hour just trying to force tame some Tapejaras, and then I remembered, oh right, I disabled that on purpose. I even tweeted at the devs like, yo, Tapejaras are broken, which would have been a big tragedy. But yeah, so we have a couple Tapejara tech saddles. Not gonna lie, no idea which boss gives it. I just spawned this stuff in. I'm not even trying to do legit right now. I don't play on this server. But I can't do anything on Stego yet because it's too fresh, and Vanilla is still down because, well, I'm not sure why. I can't update that one either. Alright, but yeah, so, Tapejara tech saddle. So, what do you call it? It is a bit of a minimalist saddle compared to the others. I mean, yeah, it still has the room for 3 people. Like, if we land, hop off. Also can show off the new radial menu a little bit. What do you call it? Passenger seats. Yeah, there's still a rear seat, for example. Yep. So yeah, you've still got the 3-seater option, but now the Tapejara itself can become a siege weapon. Alright, so, as per usual with a tech saddle, melee attack, which surprisingly is not left click, but is actually control, activates the nose cannon. And every time you activate it, it shifts your viewpoint a little bit to switch from this to firing mode. Oh hey, they've updated the tames a little bit. Now it's Tapejara has a level, so you can tell when both of you have levels. Alright, I held off on a couple levels. Everyone across everything has had a dino wipe with this, or a mind wipe with this patch, so have fun relearning everything. I know I'm not. But yeah, so, of course, you put some element in, basic Tapejara tech saddle. It says primitive, but honestly, I'm not sure what that means. You can paint it, of course, to change the color of the little glowy parts. I've left myself a few points in craftable, or to level up, so I can show you guys the crafting skills. So, where is something that we can blast? Because I want to... Okay, that'll do. Raptor. So, I have damage numbers on, so activate the turn mode. I don't have the crosshairs enabled. That's part of the challenge on this server. Oh, I guess it was on. So, aiming is going to be a little tricky, but... Oh, wow, this shoots a lot faster than I thought. Alright, so... that actually wasn't too bad. Let's go to Carnatic Island and just cause some chaos real quick. Alright, we are here at Carnatic Island, and let's really see just... Okay, with only a few elements, let's see what kind of damage we can do. Yeah, we just decimated them. Sorry to the people playing on PvP that I'm killing all the stuff on Carno today, but, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Just kind of wish I had a spyglass to check for an alpha, because that would be a good kill. Alright. Yeah, like you can see now, everybody is getting their full names. Like, that was Tyrannosaurus, Pulmonoscorpius. Like, oh yeah, there is an alpha right there. Okay, so we're getting an alpha kill. And then this one I'm actually feeling is probably the best, Oh, yeah, and the Alpha Raptor is down. Sadly, it was only a level 5, but... Okay, is it... Like, keep track of the element we've been using. Like, you can see, we just annihilated pretty much everything over here. And I'm also seeing, because they've updated the loot tables on... Ooh, not bad, actually. I'll take that. And, that... Yeah, so they've updated the loot tables for drops. In fact, let's take a look at one now before I prepare the, you know, just to show you guys, it's not just like what I'm about to show you. It is all of them. I've already gotten some really cool stuff out of a couple drops, and, you know, some really lame stuff like that. But If I want to show you guys my inventory, everything from here on, like, came from drops, or except for that. So, like, Mastercraft Ghillie, that came out of a purple drop, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, we are gonna have, what do you call it? We have better drops. Like, that's something that I'm very excited for. I'm gonna use it a lot on vanilla and official. I have started playing just for fun, casually on an official server. Still working my way off the beach, honestly, but, you know, having some fun with that. So, yeah, let's go back to my little startup point, and I will show you guys the next cool thing. Okay, so another thing that has happened is another, and I stress, another Giga Nerf. So, wild and tamed Gigas were nerfed and their damage, so I am going to do something really stupid and let this Giga take one bite out of the Tapejara. I'm on infinite stats, but we'll see the damage number, giving me the info I need. So, bite me. Bite me. I swear to God, I will shoot. Okay, that actually wasn't too bad. The bleed, actually, I felt like probably did more than the rest. Actually, I wonder, can we take down the Giga with this thing? I've got 500 elements, so it's not like I'm hurting on ammo. 4% per shot, so you do the math. I think that's, what, 25 shots per... Yeah, 25 shots per ammo, per element, so... Also, I know it's hard to hear, but there is new battle music up here. Ow. Okay, that one hurt. He must be in rage mode already, but... Eh, you know what? It's not every day you get to kill a Giga with a turret. Someone someone tell me in the comments how much element this costs to kill this thing. Because as far as I know, it's not, like, you still can't get variations of levels of tech. Hey, back up, back off. Yeah, that's right. Here go, wing, down. Now, this is a lower level Giga. I think it was like level 35, so, I mean, killing it isn't gonna be too hard, relatively speaking. Okay, yeah, I've gone through at least 20 element, I think, so... And I'm hitting almost every shot, too. Oh, wow, level 15. Okay, so that was, like, as low as Gigas pretty much can get. Hey, buddy. Nothing personal. But, we needed your... Well, we needed to kill you for science. But, yeah. So, the damage is still kind of high, because that 200 we saw for the bite is on top of, Also, I just want to see its loot, but that 200 is on top of, what do you call it? The bleed damage. And the bleed is what really can get you, because that deals percent damage based on your tame's health, so no amount of leveling health will help that. In fact, actually, the higher health you have, arguably the worse it is. Now, I think armor will still reduce that damage. Alright, and we are back on top of the pillar. Pay no attention to the next thing setting up in the side. Actually, that looks cool. Alright, so, next thing I wanted to show. This is something people have been demanding from the devs for a very long time. First, I want to give this guy a level. He's a little small. You know, we've seen that little level up animation for a couple months now, and guess what we got? Right click. That's right, Spinos have a roar at last! Oh man, I actually cannot tell you how happy this makes me, because I've got that Spino over on vanilla, and now it can roar with all its majesty. Alright, bet you can probably guess what's about to happen next. Alright guys, so as I said, they changed the drop contents to everything. I've actually had to turn Bloom down because this is just kind of insane. So, I've summoned five doubles of each type. So, here is our first look at a white drop. So I'm gonna just transfer everything. I think I have the... Yeah, switch to folder view, please. Nope, well, it's still trying to craft a replicator. Apparently you can craft this inside a beacon. Who knows? But that's our first double for a white drop. Here's number 2. Same thing, basically. I wasn't expecting too much in changes as far as white drops go. Spears, okay, so that's a pretty nice set of weaponry. There's some thatch, Phiomia, basic saddle. And here's the 5th one. Okay, so everything's pretty much the same for white drops as far as I can tell, but that's the one where I wasn't really expecting too much changes. Okay, green drops is where things might get interesting. So what do we got? Parachutes, tranks. Okay, that's a pretty... These are pretty generous drops. Alright, parachutes, tranks, some farming. I'm actually getting kind of heavy. Same as before, I'm just going to start dropping stuff. I need actually some good blueprints to craft for the next part, so if I find any of those, I'll pick them up, but... Alright, so far the same. No weapons or saddle blueprints. Just the same stuff as before. Not seeing any of the newer structures. Again, though, this is, I think, what was this? The level 15? Okay, there's a parasaur saddle, at least, so... And a full set of hide. Alright, so that does it for greens. Not that impressed, honestly. Wait, I need to save those 19 points, or I would... What do you call it? That, don't need that, don't need that. Do need that. Alright, let's check the blues now. Is that a blue or a purple? I can't tell too well. Let's start on this side. Beat it. Whoa, lag. Alright, this is where stuff started to get... Yeah, okay. Ghillie. That wasn't in there before. So, there's some proof that there is new stuff in the higher level stuff. Okay, same as before. You know what? You die now. My super sickle. I've been killing things with it all day. Okay, so, a lot of blueprints in the blue drops right now. Ooh, Iguanodon saddle. Okay, that proves that, yep, they've got the newest stuff. Iguanodon. Terror Bird. Okay, yeah. Confirmed, they've got new saddles distributed. I've got some deep sea loot crates, by the way, at the end, just in case. Alright, double compass can still be a thing. Sorry for the bad news. Access? Thank you. Okay. Terror Bird saddle. That does remind me. Diplodocus saddle out of the purples. Interesting. Shotgun blueprint. That'll be what I want to use for my crafting demo. And some junk. Alright, purples were pretty nice. Let's try the yellows. See what we can get. Oh, Tapejara saddle. That'll be nice. GPS, ladder blueprint. Higher end tech stuff. Couple interesting blueprints. Again, remember, I've been playing on official, so the blueprints are useless on, like, say, well, oh, and some flak. Still got flak. A good question right now will be, is there going to be riot in the red? Pelagornis saddle. I would not have expected that from a red drop. I figured that would be a little lower. A pike, C4. As I was saying, all of these things, like... What do you call it? My words are failing me for a moment. You have very limited engrams on vanilla, on official. So, that's why they have so many, like, blueprints like this, because... that can save you just a ton of crafting. Sabertooth, Thylacoleo, okay, good to know. Lamppost, AC. Alright, so that does it for the regular drops. Let me lose some weight real quick. I've got a lot of foundations and stuff from that first. One, drop, drop, drop. Yeah, I'm not going to need, like, much of this afterwards, but... Alright, and then I've got here some deep sea loot crates. Alright, so what do we got? The ghillie mask. I'm mostly just trying to see if, like, there's anything new. Night vision goggles, that's new. Also, I've been needing a pair. Riot boots and ghillie. Alright, so the night vision goggles were new, so I think they did update the deep sea loot crates a little bit, but it does look like they've just broadened the horizon for the regular stuff. I am going to now spawn in some cave drops and see what's happened with that. And this humming is driving me crazy. Alright, we have all the types of cave loot. So we have first the 4 types of generic cave loot. Womp Cave, Ice Cave, underwater cave. So, let's begin and see what we get. So, hopefully, and it doesn't look like it's the case, we were gonna be away from, like, getting a ton of cloth. Alright, Pulmonoscorpius saddle, cloth. Ugh. I mean, it's better than primitive, but barely. It's alright. Alright, so, still, Oh, Gallimimus saddle. Okay, that's new. That definitely wasn't in there before. So it does look like they still have their old loot tables, but they also have some new stuff added in. Interesting. Oh, that's kind of nice. Alright, what do we got for this? Oh, that is just disappointing for a yellow drop. If I ever saw that, I'd cry. Okay, there's fur now in the yellows. Good to know. Turtle saddle. Another slingshot. Okay, that's really good. Alright, let's check the really good stuff. Okay, kangaroo. Black. Pteranodon again. So there's overlap. Another long neck. And Theory. Okay, that's really good, because Theories are, like, super powerful. Alright, this is the swamp cave. There's probably something coming behind me. No? Okay. I mean, we already killed a Giga today. I can't think of anything else that would scare me. Really? Okay, that was disappointing. Now we're in business. Okay, so, Red Swamp Cave. Ascendant Flak has been located. Alright, what do we got? Mantis Saddle for the Ice Cave. Megaloceros. Not Megalosaurus. And, okay, so the red ones are really good. Let's try the underwater, and that'll wrap this up. Okay, Capro, Arno, Pelagornis. Alright, so it does look like they might be sharing between the, okay, so I think what's going on is that they've eliminated buildings from the cave blueprint, so if you're looking for gear, go there for guaranteed. It looks like you still have a pretty high chance of getting a building blueprint from the natural ones. In fact, let's go check out that natural blue drop real quick. So what do you got? A medium crop plot blueprint. Okay, so that is still a thing, but yeah. Drawing stuff for the heck of it at this point. Alright, next on the list. Okay, so this next part we're going to focus on is the new crafting skill ability. Or skill. Yeah, it's kind of a redundant name. Okay, so what this replaced was the crafting speed skill, and the official description over on the patch notes is crafting skill increases crafted blueprint quality by up to 64% multiplier on bonus stats for 100 points into crafting skill. The item then displays your name and your tribe name and indicate what % bonuses you received while crafting. It still increases the rate at which you can craft items, as well as grants higher benefits from cooking custom recipes. Alright, so, in short, they buffed the shit out of it. So, I want to do a couple experiments. So what we're first going to do is craft this. We're going to craft these hide boots. I chose these because they're the cheapest thing. I only had to go get a couple things. Alright, so they are crafted. Crafter Selvalis, Tribe of Selvalis. Alright, and it's not showing me any bonuses. Now I'm also going to craft just, let me learn regulars. So, give me the hide boots. So I'm also going to just craft those real quick. Hide, right? Duh. Alright, and then we'll see what happens right there. Okay, same thing. There are no bonuses. I have no bonuses in that stat. Now, let's dump my remaining 19 points in there. Yeah, clicker macros for the win. Alright, and now let's craft up a pair of each. Also, I can see the speeds there, but it ain't what it used to be. Okay, crafting skill, I had 19, so it goes up by 20% per level. I can't remember if I set crafting speed on this server to be bonused or not, and I don't know if that old line would actually affect it or not, but... Alright, let's see these new boots. So, We had 30 armor and 111 durability. Crafting skill bonus, 2.8%. That feels a little low. But yeah, there's a 2.8% bonus there. But it did not affect the basics. Okay, so it's only this. Let's craft as many more boots as we can, and I want to see if there's going to be a variation. 12.9, 3.8, 10.7, 2.5. All right, so this is interesting. This has added a level, a very big level actually, of random chance. Very interesting. So just kind of sitting here thinking the effects this will have on official. You're going to have an official crafting person now. Like, you're going to have someone whose job is to craft the blueprints. And they're going to want to go really hard then into, like, crafting skill. Like, maybe even all 110, or after you ascend, like, 100 and whatever levels. Because it's now a gamble. I put in 19 points. There's a 60% bonus, so... Yeah, that seems like this one probably was the best I could really pull off at this level with these materials. So, yeah, you know what? I will take that. Anything else I can craft real quick that I might be able... Nope, just the compasses. All right. Next up on the list. Alright, next on our list is some resource spawns modifications. So we are here at the volcano, and as you can see, they have added a lot of metal back in the form of these new rocks. I think, or are these just the crystals? Holy, oh, hi. I'm glad those are on passive. Let me get close enough to hit one, but I think those are the new metal rocks. Because they said they added like 70% of the metal back, and this is the only new thing I see. I do happen to have... Nope, I guess that's just for the looks. But there is some metal over here. Like, you can definitely see it. They've added some pure chunks back. A lot of pure chunks over here. I mean, like, you know, the old volcano's gone forever. There's just no way around that, but... Yeah, so there is more metal here. Got the PvP boneheads setting up shop over here and stuff. Okay, so here's another. This definitely wasn't there earlier. So it looks like they've added around the rim. I did not see anything new like on the pathway up. So that's the update for the volcano. Okay, next change I'm going to try and show off. This will be a little bit more difficult than usual. They've changed the AI on fleeing dinos. So we're going to trank all three of these aloes. This is a super rifle, but due to their pack buff, they are still going to go down in one shot. Oh no, that guy actually took the hit. Okay, that was super low B. So you're the alpha. Come on, okay, don't just go to sleep in one hit. I want to see... Okay, so... Yeah, there's his flee mechanic, but you'll notice that he actually does kind of come back towards you now. Oh, 135, that's not bad at all. Whoops! Didn't mean to hit you! So, like, okay, now he's in flee mode, but you'll notice he's making a lot of turns. He's not just beelining in one direction, and that's to show off two changes that they've made. Firstly, they're going to try very hard not to just go into the water, because now they're going to turn in a random direction, not just away from the player. Hi. Okay, is it still up? It is. And it's still trying to flee, but as you can see, it's scrambling. Now, what they haven't done is just tell them, don't go in the water, but they've made it so they'll go randomly instead of just beeline. And you'll also notice that they're not getting stuck very much. They've basically just put a heavy emphasis on turning. And finally, it's down. So, basically, you should be dealing with a lot fewer cases of... Come on, and good. So basically, you will be dealing with a lot fewer cases of tames flying into the water to try and get away from you. going unconscious and drowning. That was the behavior they were targeting, and it does appear that they have fixed it. I don't really want to go find something on the beach to test. And my super rifle needs, like, super dinos to test. So, yeah. Alright. One last thing to show you guys, and then I'm just going to kind of talk about some of the minor changes that don't really need to be shown. Okay, guys, so we are inside of the Chitin Cave, and I had to actually clear it out earlier because the Bone Raiders had foundations just all over the place, killing off most of the spawns. So I've replaced them all. And of course, now everything is spawning back instantly and angry. I'm gonna do my best not to take damage, because I kind of like my armor, and I don't want to have to replace it. Alright, trying to just bypass things, really, and get deeper. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. No wonder they had stuff, but, like, that's a new metal rock. Like, I'm looking for obsidian. New obsidian. That's what they were talking about in the update. Like, all the major caves got increased metal and other stuff spawning. So, like, you know, why don't I go into night vision? Oh, missed one. But, yeah, okay, so, like, if we were to take... Oh, yeah, they fixed the, piranha spawns. Huh. I would hate to be that scorpion in a moment. There you go. Fresh meat. Alright, I need to be in the water. Blub blub. Out of the water. Oh, that's weird. That used to be a good, surefire way to get them to eat everything. Alright, yeah. Sorry it is a little hard to see, but as you can see, there are definitely more resources than before. So, another change aimed more at official, where resource scarcity is definitely a thing. So, yeah. Alright, I'm going to meet you guys back at the little hilltop, and then we shall wrap up. Alright, everyone, and now I'm just going to kind of go over, like, the little highlight options for the patch. Like, this patch was huge. I'm not kidding when I say this. There were over 100 lines of patch notes. Like, I mean, maybe like 20% of those were just aimed at single player. A lot of them were on bug fixes, but there still was just a lot of changes. So I wrote down like a little list of stuff that might show off. So let's see. Tapejara Tech Saddle, check. Spino Roar, check. Crafting Skill, check. Corpse Locator. Alright, so I don't have a base, so I can't respawn, but there is an option now for a light shine down, very similar to the Corpse Finder mod. Not the Gravestone, but the Corpse Finder, where it'll guide you to your corpse. Now remember, this only guides you to it. People can steal stuff from it, it can despawn, and most importantly, if you are either super high in the air or over deep, deep water and you die, and your body is destroyed, not if just you die, but if your body is destroyed too high up, a bag will not spawn. Just remember that. That you can lose everything even if you can get back to your corpse. Alright, so let's see. Longer days. Days now are 25% longer. Again, can't really show you guys in a recording. That's just it's just something you'll notice on official. The like if you bring up the H thing, give me my UI for a second. Like, as you can see, that clock is ticking by a little slower. What else? Corpse Locator, Crafting Skill, Paint Yourself. Alright, so if you have a paintbrush, you can now use Alternative Fire to paint yourself, which means you no longer need someone else to paint you for you. I think that's long overdue, but definitely awesome. Alright. Fishing nerf. The blueprints and stuff you get from fishing have been nerfed. That was a good way of gathering blueprints if you could get honey. Now that basically they said that they put a quality cap on the different blueprints you can get. Now, if you don't know, when you're summoning in items, I don't think I have any in my command lists, but when you summon in items, there is a quality factor between 0 and, infinity. By the way, if you use 10 billion, it might kill the server. Hint, hint. But, when you're spawning in stuff, you can set its quality number. And basically the rule is 0 primitive, 1 whatever the green is, 2 is blue, 3 is purple, 4 is Mastercraft, and 5 is Ascendant or higher. So typically if I'm spawning in something like, say, this Trank rifle I got right now, I typed in a 100 on that, and it came out with 700%, damage. So that's how you get, like, the super good stuff. But typically, I think the caves only operate on 1 through 5. But now fishing will only go up, if you're using honey as your bait, which I think just baits anything, you'll get up to 2 point something. So just keep that in mind. You won't be fishing up like Ascendant stuff anymore. Also, they've shrunk the max sizes of the river fish, but they've increased the deep sea fish. So, like, sometimes you'll be down there. You might see an ichthy-sized coal down in the ocean. That's kind of cool. Let's see. Beacons checked. Metal on Volcano checked. Stuff in caves checked. The Cavern of Lost Hope, which I refer to as the Easy Water Cave, has been buffed a little bit. Not sure what that means, but I would expect more jellyfish. Let's see, dinos. They all use their long names. We went over that. Troodons are now scared of light sources. So if you have to be near Troodons at night, whip out a torch and it might just save you. Not gonna test that myself. I don't want to. Alright, Parasaurs have been given a 50% stamina buff and increased swim speed, making them slightly less useless. So they now kind of have a thing is just like they're gonna be your good long distance dino. Like, they won't run out of stamina. And they're still really easy to tame, and even their saddles can drop out of, like, we saw, what was it, the green drop had the Parasaur saddle in it. Let's see, Giga Nerf, went over that. Stegos and Trikes have been given a damage resistance buff, so they will take less damage. They are now tankier, wild, and tamed. Let's see, the Ichthyornis has had its HP halved, so that was the little thieving bird, so now it is appropriately fragile. There are more trilobites just in the shallow areas, so that's something to look forward to if you need oil or silica pearls or something like that. Pegomastics have been given a cooldown on their thief ability. One sec, just scrolling down a little bit. So you now have 30 seconds between aggros on a Pegomastics, and they will not aggro you if you have nothing to steal. So if you just spawn fresh in, they're not going to attack you. Congratulations, don't pick anything up. And lastly, Hyenodon taming now scales with your taming rates. So now you can actually go tame a hyena without having to wait around for 5 hours. So that's really awesome. Alright, that covers the biggest pieces of the patch. I'm going to have a link to the full patch notes on Ark's website down in the description. But otherwise, that covers all the major changes for patch 259.259. I don't know. Release is around the corner, so we are going to get more of these quality of life and balancing changing patches in the next coming weeks. We've already had a few just like little minor ones squeak by. I would expect maybe, a couple more cool things like the tech saddle behind me. Definitely going to be some more balancing. I know I saw one guy tweet on Twitter, give Spinos the Capro jump. I don't think we're going to get stuff like that, but I would not mind if my Spino could leap across the air. But yeah, that does it all for this patch. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Subbing in the place of Vanilla today, but Vanilla will be back very soon. I forgot where I was on my little outro. Just thank you all for watching. If you want to see more of my content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Have a nice day, and farewell. Real quick, one thing I almost forgot, they have changed the scaling of movement speed for players and tames.